so not going to happen. Either which way, number 10, Washington versus Utah. The Utes.
I think Washington takes it. The thing I don't know about Washington is how good what's their ceiling? I know they're solid, but I really am not sure. Jake Browning, he hasn't really looked like he's improved since his sophomore year. So I think they win. They're a good squad. Are they playoff squad? I don't think so. I think their ceiling is a New Year's Day bowl that they'll probably, depending on who they're playing, they'll probably win. But I think that is their ceiling.
All right, final game of the week, going into week number 3. Matt, number 23, Arizona State versus San Diego State.
Herm Edwards, a big victory against Michigan State. Need to be careful, though, because San Diego State has given a couple teams a run, including USC earlier this year. I still think Herm's going to stay undefeated at this point, but looking ahead down the road, I think it's going to be a brief stay at the top. I think especially considering Washington is next week. And that trip to Seattle, I think you're going to really see whether or not this San Jose or Arizona State with Herm Edwards is for real or not when they take on Washington.
All right, guys, we got to wrap it up and put a bow on it. This has been Breaking Rank. My name's Tom Marquis, El Presidente. Make sure you catch us on The Balance every Saturday morning between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. I am actually your host there. Rick-riggin is our normal host tonight. He has the night off. Matt, part of our panel, Matthew-Embury, 96.1 WSBT up in South Bend, Notre Dame country. Where can people find your work and your masterpieces, Matt?
Mattheembury, and don't forget we have a lot of coverage. Of course, the Brian Kelly Show will be available on Thursday for our local audience. If you're living in Chicago, you can listen to the show on Friday night on ESPN 1000, and then the re-air comes up on Saturday morning. And then our Notre Dame coverage starts at 9 a.m. on Saturday, including game coverage and the official Notre Dame football postgame show, including the opponent scoreboard, which features yours truly.
Selfless promotion. Adam Jivden, where can people find your work, masterpieces, and so forth?
Facebook, Adam Jivden. That's Jividen.
Real quickly, guys, just throw out a name, throw out a win. It doesn't really matter what your thought pattern is. Who's going to have the biggest win of their year in week 3? Go ahead, Adam.
I'm going to go out on a limb. Ole Miss actually shocks Alabama. There's your hot take of the night.
That's a good hot take, and I would ride along with that, sort of. Go ahead, Matt.
I'm teetering between Boise State and LSU. My heart says Boise State can beat Oklahoma State. My heart, however, says LSU will fall short against Auburn.
Well, I'm going to go off in the weeds here a little bit. Texas A&M beats Louisiana Monroe next week because they've got a crap fest going forward. But let's just say that they do manage to beat Louisiana Monroe. They've got Alabama. Man, wouldn't that be something if Jimbo Fisher could go in there and beat Alabama at home? Not going to happen. So I'm going to say the biggest win of the year for the Aggies after last week has got to be in week 3. So that's my thoughts. Guys, we've got to wrap it up, put a bow on it. Make sure you all have a good week. And any final thoughts, Matt? 2 seconds.
Well, I think right now the biggest disappointment at this point has got to be Purdue. Their loss to Eastern Michigan last week was just totally inexcusable. And I'd say right now there's a lot of groupthink going on in Jeff Brom right now in the Boilers.
Adam, 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Week 3, somebody unexpected will lose because of weather.
All right, we'll see what happens. My name is Tom Marquis. It's been great being with you. Breaking Rank. Remember, if you're down in the hurricane path, get the hell out of town. Get the hell out of Dodge. And remember, don't drink and drive. It isn't cool. My name is Tom Marquis, El Presidente. We'll see you Saturday morning, 9 a.m. right here on the Balance Radio Network.
Join us next week for The Balance. In the meantime, check us out on Twitter, T-Balance, or Facebook, The Balance, or online at www.thebalanceonline.com.